A lament for lost trades. In the beginning was the Word, then came the internet. These are different trades, each verse is a different one. I topped every smart kid's wannabe list. I was a media gold medalist, an investigative journalist. You know who hit the nail on the head? Rudyard Kipling when he said, "Oh, what avails the classic bent, and what the cultured word against the undoctored incident that actually occurred." In the weekend colour supplements, I'd sink my teeth into raw events. That was when true and false were king, and a posse of editors wrote herd, and every single printed word, there was an actual job called fact-checking. But now that our attention span is more Neanderthal than man, there isn't much in the papers and mags, except recycled celebrity slags. Their diets, their gardens, their feuds, their shags. Blogs and free sheets, tweets and posts have us trapped in a bush of jabbering ghosts. I was a prince in a pasture of porn, in publishing one of the powers that be. My life was the stuff of male reverie, stars in the pool, peacocks on the lawn, a ravishing girl in the jacuzzi, waiting so utterly temptingly, as naked as the day she was born, inviting as Vegas, and pink as a prawn. But now she and the other lovelies have gone to cyberspace, where anyone can see what I sow will be given away for free, where nobody has to pay to play, and there's nothing on earth as yesterday as being host of yesterday's fantasy. I'm the butler, I'm the cook, we're the maids, I'm the chauffeur, the gardener, we're the valets. From the hall, the grange, the castle, the palace. But country house lives, not just what they were. The lady is now thrift shop connoisseur, and takeout is hunky-dory for sir. So they sold up their statelies to Ivan come latelys, whose staffing requirements differ quite greatly and can cause quite a bit of a countryside stir. There's a food taster and a package inspector, who also skills with a metal detector. He knows the vulnerable human spots and wears a Hugo Boss suit and a Glock. The limos are armoured and take quite a knock, and their missile systems and all of the yachts. As for the old-time staff, well, we just settle down and watch TV, where countryside murders are hotter than hot. The oriental knife on the tennis court, the man-trap in the shrubbery, the headless body in the library, the cyanide in the afternoon tea, and you can dream things are just as they used to be. I was a shutterbug, a wizard of flash, the thrill of the hunt, a promise of cash, the reverend's passionate affair with a narc in a rotunda in the park, the novelist sessions of the ballerina, my tipster there was the dry cleaner, the Tory ministers into spangles and numerous boyfriends swapping tangles with interesting camera angles. Two celebs snuggling in a limousine, a tip-off, a fiver, I'd be on the scene. Now everyone's photographers, using God knows what for cameras, laptops or lenses up the arse. They're gone before I've even been. It was the techies pull the plug. Too late, shutterbug. I was an explorer, I roamed wild places, I ventured into unmapped spaces, teeming jungles, the ocean deep. I found no mountain range too steep, wooden pythons, a rope, a tent. When the weather cleared up, I went. Now men would take a fitness test, at risk of cardiac arrest, a babied up Mount Everest. Teenage girls get off the phone and sail around the world alone. Gazillionaires in champagne Charlies toast the aurora borealis, as from pole to pole they hop, watching the whale hunts down below, and dwindling herds drift to and fro. Go to the Amazon to shop, cross the Sahara in custom cars, or book rockets to the stars. These are this world's adventurers, but this is not the world that was. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay. A song for Andy. The joy of collecting. On the first day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 7 emerging artists. She knows just where my heart is, right where my shopping cart is. Game changers, fire starters, on all the smart lips at all the art parties. Half of them call Ryan, not one of them a Cheyenne. Yeah. Hello? On the first day of my art binge, tell me where to go. On the first day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 7 emerging artists. She knows just where my heart is, right where my shopping cart is. Game changers, fire starters, on all the smart lips at all the art parties. Half of them call Ryan, not one of them a Cheyenne. Can't blame them for trying. Each has every conceivable skill, with political moves, with the rumour mill, and with style magazines with spaces to fill. Now she's shopping for a Warhol, for an eye-popping Warhol, a jaw-dropping Andy Warhol. There's no more grim committee. We'll soon be sitting pretty, lapped in tranquility, in a cottage by a bright blue sea. On the second day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 6 savvy dealers, power players, player stealers. No more need to put out feelers. I'm one of the guys. When some artist stars beginning to rise into the blue as blue chip skies, I'll be helping myself to the cream of the crop. You folks move too slowly, you feel a bit lowly, kind of a troll on a slippery pole. Just climb up here, fellows, buy mine at the top. Now she's tracking down a Warhol, a dandy Andy Warhol, a branded Andy Warhol, factory fresh and so utterly spesh that Andy would swear was right there in the flesh, in my beach house by bright blue sea. On the third day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 5 creative curators, globe-trotting first-raters, who'll make my art look terribly smart, adding digits to my worth at the mart, and getting me off to grease lightning start as the coolest of art operators. Soon I'll have that holy Warhol, a bullet holy Warhol, a trophy not a trifle, an enviable Eiffel. Hey, she's found another Andy. A spare will come in handy. Good Lord, she snagged a foursome. Peter Brandt will think us awesome. The art world's in a tizzy. If that's go-go, say I'm busy. In my beach house by bright blue sea. On the 4th day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 4 Museum D concessions, but expect no true confessions. They're just honing their collections. It's natural selection. They're offing their old masters, box office disasters, El Grecos, Goyas, Guardis, bunch of fuddy-duddies, Raphael so Hallmark-cardy, Rembrandt, sorry, muddy. But there's nothing underhanded. I'll just promise each an Andy. It's a bit like handing out kids' cottage candy. And the deal will be the art stays with me until some time between now and eternity, in my beach house by the bright blue sea. Is that all right? I fucked up that last verse a bit. Okay. On the 4th day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 4 Museum D concessions, but expect no true confessions. They're just honing their collections. It's natural selection. They're offing their old masters, box office disasters, El Grecos, Goyas, Guardis, bunch of fuddy-duddies, Raphael so Hallmark-cardy, Rembrandt, sorry, muddy. But there's nothing underhanded. I'll just promise each an Andy. There'll be kids being handed candy, and the deal will be the art stays with me until some time between now and eternity in my beach house by the bright blue sea. On the 5th day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 3 writers to buy or rent. The dough, she says, will be very well spent. They'll plant profiles in magazines, making me the muscle behind the scenes. Says I'll make the powerlists trust me, baby, with Pino and Arno, with Eli and Aby, the Rubels and the Clan Mugrabis, and those top-of-the-line Warhols, those unutterably fine Warhols, those indubitably mine Warhols. It's just what I dreamed life could be in my mansion by a bright blue sea. On the 6th day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 5 professional collectors. This team could have wrecked us, but they're dealing me in the game's auction notch in. The fun and games are about to begin. A Basquiat, a pair of Rauschenbergs, a Bacon straight, a Rothko flush. Either would make the Marlborough blush. And a full house of Martin Kippenbergers. Whoa! We've set off the house's smoke detectors, but quite soon I'll have my Warhols. Not over the hill, but utterly chill, totally brill, top of the bill, in at the kill Warhols. I'll feast to my fill on Warhols, tra-la, I love this ditty. I'll set up my own committee with fellow princes of the city, in my compound by a diamond-dusted sea. On the last day of my art binge, the DA sandbagged me. One federal swoop, says I'm in the Campbell's soup. Tells me, like the soup, you'll be in the can. Read my lips, I am the man. You're another art world also ran. There'll be no pristine Warhols, no long-time unseen Warhols, not one legendary Warhol, not even routine Warhols, just imaginary Warhols, near Selbach, quite some distance from the sea. A song for Andy, the joy of collecting. On the first day of my art binge, my consultant offered me 7 emerging artists. She knows just where my heart is, right where my shopping cart is. Game changers, fire starters, and all the smart lips at all the art parties. Half of them call Ryan, not one of them a Cheyenne. Can't blame them for trying. Each has every conceivable skill, with political moves, with the rumour mill, and with style magazines, with spaces to fill. Now she's shopping for a Warhol, for an eye-popping Warhol, a jaw-dropping Andy Warhol. There's no more grim committee. We'll soon be sitting pretty, lapped in tranquility, in a cottage by bright blue sea. When you're ready. Okay. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but here is The Secret History of Modern Art. Chapter 1. The plot is hatched. Our story begins with Gustave Courbet, who was a communard, by the way. He found the right painterly button to push. A slap in the face with a fat girl's bush. Said goodbye Baldini, Bouguereau, Winterhalter and Jacques Tissot. Adieu mon pauvre Meissonier. The last of the masters have had their day, and the war against beauty is underway. It's a muddy road to Paul Cézanne. If you like awkward, Paul's your man. Inedible apples, unbeddable nudes, nature in one of her filthier moods. If a carpenter made a table like that, he'd be out of a job in 10 seconds flat. Your school friend Zola thought you'd gone mad, but you made it okay to paint real bad. That was your part in the anti-art plan. So let's catch up with Vincent van Gogh's Provençal idyll with Paul Gauguin. Then that field of wheat, those terrible crows, in the sullen glare of a clouded sun. Take that yellow chair and lend me an ear. Madness has entered the picture here, and modernism has truly begun. George Seurat's stuff looks placid at first, but he's painting a world that's about to burst. A head like Bridget Riley and Opp, and the spots epidemic of Damien Hirst, to say nothing of Stephen Sondheim's slop. They label Seurat pointillist. Did you know he was also an anarchist? Those particle clusters were designed to kick-start a negative force field too strong to resist. They would tear apart beauty and art. Pablo Picasso, a giant among men, said he painted like Raphael when he was 10. came La Vie en Rose. Then his whole world blued. Did someone say kitsch? That's really quite rude. Witch doctors to the rescue, Picasso plunged on. Bonsoir, Demoiselle d'Avignon. Catch a whiff of the girl's Barcelona pong. He hid it away, sadly not for long. Then he and Braque sliced and diced and glued. The name Cubism stuck, which sounded crude. So as isms go, an excellent fit. But Matisse couldn't make heads or tails of it. Lux calme et volupté was Henri's way, and Henri would say that a businessman after a long hard day should treat his work like an easy chair, while Pablo swept styles like a man possessed, as if in some eerie way he had guessed the needs and the greed, the hunger he'd feed, of collectors to come, a predator breed. It was Picasso wheeled out the shopping cart and created the supermarket of art. Picasso, blue-chip celebrity, kissed the girls and made them cry. But when Garrick Cooper and Chaplin dropped by, his English embarrassed him, and that's why he pulled funny faces and wore silly hats. It was David Douglas Duncan's pics and life that cured his celebrity fix. When Picasso grew old as giant among men, didn't paint like Raphael, but a child of 10. Raymond and Jacques really painted quite well, better by far than their brother Marcel. But it's Marcel who's the toast of the creme de la creme, while Raymond and Jacques have dropped out of the frame. They're goner than gone, buster than bust, while Marcel is eating Pablo's dust. Do you want to know the reason for this? Forget critique and analysis. Those painful puns, et la show au cool, make people feel cool, like nobody's fool. Marcel was a master, taking the piss. Cocteau said the trick to being a star is knowing just how far to go too far. Now the Picassoid garden had long gone to seed. Duchamp ink makes much of the product we need. And anyone can be a belle at the Art World Ball with one half-smart idea, a huge helping of gall, and no visible art-making talent at all. It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. Lily's in a mood at breakfast, snapping at her younger brother. Daddy sighs and puts the news on. The Middle East, the Middle West. For Pete's sake, Jason, get your shoes on. Mom feels a tiny bit depressed. She flips the pages of a tabloid. Another star is interviewing her. It's tragic, such a nut job. It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. Daddy's stuck in morning traffic. 5 cop cars race past, sirens screaming. A model smiles down from a billboard. 3 more cop cars. Daddy's dreaming. She's so luscious he can touch her. Pink and precious, undies gleaming. Dangerous dad, the secret lover. The unglued traffic lurches forwards. It's just an ordinary day, Lily prances off to ballet. Mom worries so about her daughter. You know that girl is up to something. The market's out of drinking water. Mom plans a casserole for dinner. It's really not a lot of bother. It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. Daddy's working on a big deal. It's taking months to put together. The systems all have crashed, but he'll quite soon be ready to deliver. He thinks it may be a winner. It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. Jason's doodling at his desk. He wants to make science fiction movies. Lily gets her test results in. She calls her boyfriend, but the line's down. How can she break it to her mother? It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. The radio's playing in the kitchen. These red alerts make Mom quite nervous. She sniffs the bubbling casserole and carefully puts back the cover. It's just an ordinary day, just a day like any other. Dad climbs to his Chevrolet. He's glad the day is almost over. The day is very nearly over. So, this is called The Social Scientist. You've seen me around, I'm the everywhere man. From the whole beginning and everything?
Not the intro, just
okay.
the first line.
Okay. You've seen me around, I'm the everywhere man. I get out and about wherever I can. I got an ordinary face, I wear an ordinary suit. Nobody knows me, do I give a hoot? When I hit the town, I aim for the top. My target events are the cream of the crop. If the A-list will be at a charity hop, you'll find me difficult to stop. Benefits for the ballet, the opera, the zoo, for who cares what and who gives a shit who. I sneak into dinners where the killer elite fork up $1,000 just to meet and greet, and to park an expensive rear end on a seat. It's that or a bag of crisps on the street. If clipboard Nazis start coming on hard, I can produce a business card, which somehow seems to indicate, although it doesn't exactly state, that I'm with a media conglomerate. So the clipboard Nazis sometimes won't take the risk of making a serious mistake. It's like the clipboard Nazis came from outer space to serve the PR master race and enforce each motherfucking whim, just to keep us lower life forms in our place. They aren't normal humans. They do too much gym. But they don't often err in telling her from her or him from him. So learn from me or your chances are slim. Art openings are boring. The whole world can go. Even the back office party can be cracked by a pro. If you want to hang out with Damien and Co., then why you'd want that, I really don't know. Posh memorials are easy, there's never a list. But avoid movie screenings, they're a must to be missed. You're just making up numbers for some publicist. Watching made-up stories alone in the dark. You're joking, that's not my idea of a lark. At publishers' parties, there are piles of books. Pick up a couple, you may get a few looks. But getting them signed, that's really the knack. They're worth a few quid when they go on the stack. Promotional parties in department stores, always a horrible sodding drag. Stuffed with bores and models stroke actress stroke whores. But fun's not the point is the swag. This shirt came out of a goodie bag. But I'm not here for the goodies, the food and the drink, nor for the pussy, I know how you think. Why should I hit on a party girl when I'm a one-man gangbang of the social world? So I could be chucked out now and then by a clipboard Nazi with a poison pen. But I'm the everywhere man, I know this town, and one way or another I'll bring you down. This is called For Another New York Woman. I'll write her private number down on public walls in ugly places, and I will hire a circus clown to strut behind her, making faces. I'll send her 50 Chinese dinners. I'll send cards changing her dress. I'll print her name among the winners of some huge fictional largesse. I'll put her on the mailing lists of the Scientologists, the Holocaust revisionists, the Tea Party's top theorists. I will describe her inmost dreams, websites, blogs, cable TV, why she's not quite the way she seems, some stuff nobody knows but me. I'll say she sticks to snorting meth because she doesn't want to scar, and bores her last few friends to death by whining to her star. I'll have a tab announce that she'll soon be marrying a rat. Next day the front page will reveal it's off because she got so fat. We'll make sure the very wild shots of her show up in Screw. Listen, miles, things that I intend to do. Goodbye to all this. Goodbye to all this. Oh, what a shame, the world just exploded. Nobody told me it was loaded. Humpty Dumpty took a big fall. First from the top of the Berlin Wall, then Wall Street, then any wall at all. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the last call. It's yo-ho-ho, Geronimo. That's all, folks, gotta go. Goodness gracious, the world is crumbling. All of the dreaming spires are tumbling. Colosseum, the Golden Gate, the Tower of Pisa, the Empire State, Angkor Wat, the Parthenon, St. George, Guggenheim, John, Rem Koolhaas and John Nouvel, the Bird's Nest and the Gherkin done for as well. Whoops, there goes the Taj Mahal. St. Peter, St. Paul's, the Albert Hall, Stonehenge's rubble is goodbye to them all. My socks are sizzling, the world is burning, but who gives a shit as long as you're earning? You'll be a winner in the human race if you move your ass to cyberspace, a domain of luminous liberty and thrilling hyper-reality where everything is completely free, except for poor suckers like you and me. Splish, splash, splosh, the whole world's drowning. J.G. Ballard wasn't clowning. So Torremolinos, Tangier, Torquay, Holland, the Hamptons and Waikiki are swallowed up by the Dead Sea. Malibu, Montego, Monaco sleep with Atlantis down below. They're vintage postcards of every scene. See Venice and die in a submarine. Shiver my timbers, the world is freezing. Even the listers are snuffling and sneezing. Botox and waxing and looking nice. Getting on Gawker or tabloid TV, Heat, Page 6 or EC Paris, or the club of the moment as a VVIP won't mean too much, and this is sound advice. When Mondo celebrity is shooting nice, book up a couple, the world just melted. That was unexpected, I really felt it. Mona Lisa and Manet and Monet, and Salvador Dali, who was already quite gummy, Damien's Shark and the Jeff Koons Bunny have all gone gooey and oozy and runny and not worth a bean in anyone's money. Says tar for now, the world just ended. It was broken, it couldn't be mended. And to think that I thought that our trips to space meant we'd be exchanging our ruined basement for a brand new planet, a stunning replacement. With butterflies and bumblebees and naturally foaming seas, alpine meadows, coral reefs, rainforests, downs and windswept heaths, with very few to destroy the view, just some people I like, perhaps a few of you. If it didn't work out, there's toodaloo. The Ballade du Dame de Ton Jadis, the Ballad of the Ladies of Times Past, was written by François Villon, a 15th century French poet, described by Wikipedia as a poet, thief, and vagabond. It was famous for its refrain, Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? This was translated by Dante Gabriel Rossetti as, Where are the snows of yesteryear? Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Where are the snows of yesteryear, or hula hoops, or greaser hair? The jet set and those Pan Am stews, Miles or Bird blowing the blues, hot pants or the bubble dress, the Bader Meinhof, the SDS, moon rocks, pet rocks, rockets' red glare, Italian scooters everywhere, mood rings, love beads, or condomania, Sonny and Cher to entertain you. Could you dish up nouvelle cuisine? Master fresh pinball machine. Can you do the frug, the jerk, the twist? Were you in Liz or Susie's list? But that I think is quite enough of rootling through this thrift store stuff. Forget the easy memorabilia. I want to thrill you, chill you, kill you, so follow as we make the scene. The race for the 4-minute mile, see the pyramids along the Nile, Audrey Hepburn spiffing style, Carmen Miranda on a tropic isle, Bobby Short at the Carlisle, ooh, to the dark half of the dial. And this may take a little while, Jane Mansfield in a speeding motor, Vic Morrow underneath a rotor, Robert Maxwell does a floater, J. Edgar Hoover's Files and Bile, Squeaky Fromm at the Manson trial, O.J. Simpson in denial, the way that Enron made their pile, Bernie Madoff's tiny smile, Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? We know just where those folks have gone. Where have the war reporters gone? A bottle of Dewar's, your Olivetti, your boat is waiting at the jetty. Brash mercenaries at chartered plane, you're off doing that dumb stuff again. Biafra, checkpoints, Lebanon. You're a bozo with a gun, you're an action hack, you're Superman. Now magazines are drained and wan. No one's calling you at dawn. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Where are the snows of yesteryear? For instance, La Vie Littéraire. What happened to the literati who'd flocked to a George Plimpton party? The feisty writers at Elaine's, beating out each other's brains. Kurt Vonnegut and Erwin Shaw, Norman, Truman, absent Gore. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Where have New York's last writers gone? Off to tenure, every one. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Have the photographers all gone? Ask Onyé Cartier-Bresson, Irving Penn, Dick Abaddon, Bailey, Duffy, Donovan, Don McCullin, Jim Nacked Way, Photoshop wiped your world away. We've pixelated verite. Now phones take pictures everywhere. All that is solid melts into air. Where are the snows of yesteryear? Where are the babes of times gone by? Chin chin pudding, here's mud in your eye. Make yourself comfy, sweetie pie. Stunning dress, honey, wouldn't it look even more stunning lying on my bedroom floor? That always got the room in a roar. The sunker set, the roll in the hay. The cow's away, please won't you stay? Hiding the salami, fun games to play. Mais où sont les dames de ton jadis? And do they still remember me? Okay, now we're in Italy. La Dolce Vita, the Veneto, and MGM Stolid in a Palazzo. The paparazzi on the go, go, go. Scandals erupt in Il Specchio. But suddenly it's Roma addio. Mais où sont les neiges d'antan? Where have the playboy princes gone? Says off to London, Babylon, where we have reinvented fun. No more war, but lots more pot. A rich girl in a Fulham squat. Peter Sellers and Sophia and Alvarez Trattoria. Michael Caine and Terence Stamp. dine at Annabelle's, dance at Tramp. Art and fashion both go pop, while the last of Empire's going under. Keith Moon, Sid Barrett and Brian Jones, no more rolling for that stone. Have all the birds of Britain flown? What of soul was left, I wonder, when the swinging had to stop? Ciao, Manhattan, we're Euro trash. You need class and we need cash. Late afternoons in Fiorucci, Plato's retreat for Hoochie Coochie. Mortimer's and Jackie O, Elmer Rocco's studio. The VIP room waits below. What happened to that snow we know. Through the drifting snows of memory, twin towers appear in front of me. The twin towers not of Tolkien, but twin towers built for businessmen. In that time and earth too big, too dumb, just skyline hogs on the waterfront. Perfect for Philippe Petit's stunt. Then they were blown to kingdom come, by death and grief and fear defined. Two perfect forms, hope and despair, float suspended in the mind, glimmering in our darkening air. So it's back to you, François Villon, poet, thief, vagabond and con. It's fine to sigh for les neiges d'antan. What we'd really like to know is, will we see tomorrow's snow? And will there be tomorrow's snow? Very good. Thank you. This is called the Whammy song. She flew in the window, they were watching the door. She hid in a glass of Merlot on the floor. Excuse me, who are you? I don't really care. Didn't we meet somehow, sometime, somewhere? One oar was heaving. It panted with lust. She lifted her legs as she rolled in the dust. Excuse me, who are you? I just want to know. What made you think you could treat me so? The clock squats there plotting. It's so on her case. She's on the clock's menu. It'll feed on her face. Excuse me, who are you? I'm feeling no pain. Do you know who I am? I won't ask you again. The fridge and the cooker are poisoning her name. The microwave also is playing that game. The mixer, the dryer, they're all just the same. She can't understand it. It's so underhanded. She loves her machines. She respects each machine. Keeps them humming and thrumming and blindingly clean. Why are they acting so mean? Excuse me, who am I? Do you truly not know? I knew you quite well a long time ago. I might be more forgiving if I was still living. But me? Just who am I? That's my dilemma. That's my double whammy. I think you should go. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Than American television. It's the talking heads on British cultural television. It's called Watching Mock the Week. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee. These fellows are really something to see. Check out the smirks, the chortling, the glee of the cream of media celebrity. We're watching the potato heads on the BBC. Ho ho ho, ha ha ha. Each potato head gleams like a star. Now they're sending up current affairs. That'll beef up their market shares. The issues, oh shut up, like somebody cares. Hey, did you catch that superior chuckle? And that quip that cut in so close to the knuckle? On screen they're so hilarious, I'll bet they're a riot in the Soho House. You can certainly feel a bit ordinary watching the Potato Heads on the BBC. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Those Potato Heads really don't give a fuck. They're terribly cynical, totally brill. Like Toreador slipping in for the kill. No wonder we feel a bit over the hill. They're way too agile for you and me. Those Potato Heads on the BBC. That one is as fuzzy as a gooseberry. Ha ha ha! Ho ho ho! The Potato Heads are having a go. They don't do much culture, but they're way up for feuds. They're the ones with the attitudes, and no way they'll put up with artsy suits. It's so interesting, goodness me. A degree course in complacency.